And it's podcast. I've got Getty, Billy,
Howdy.
What up?
and Willie.
Oh, what up?
And we're
It's
going to
like
talk
the
about
trifecta.
the trifecta of generic greetings. And we're going to be talking about sports for a little bit, I guess. Uh, Number one on my list, I've got here an article about a frozen penis in various
It's happened to all of us.
Yeah, it happens to all of us. Happens to the best of us, honestly.
I don't remember. Listen, we played out in the snow a lot, right? You know, we played football. We were out in the cold. Frozen penis. Did it ever happen to any of us? Realistically, how
That would
bad
be a
does it have
negative. That would be a
be
negative.
to be considered a frozen penis? Finland's Remy Lindholm needed a heat pack at the end of the race to thaw out his penis.
That's classic. Imagine the pain.
Yeah, he said he didn't feel pain until it started to warm up.
Oh, I bet.
Can you get? I mean, you can get frostbite on your fingers, right? So it was like, what about your wiener?
I mean, let me dial up Remy real
must be
quick.
Packing.
But maybe he is. Maybe that's why he got frozen because it was out in
That-
front and collecting all the wind or something.
That third pant leg just wasn't long enough.
So
So
what,
the question: Did he place? Did he
I was
do
gonna say,
well?
what place did he finish?
Was it worth it?
I don't think he finished, guys. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't think he could finish. I think it was too frozen.
It's frozen solid.
Because I mean, if he took home the gold, he did. Would you say Finland proud? If not, he's going to live in infamy for the man who froze up his
Yeah, I
ding
mean,
dong.
would we be talking about Finland's men's skiing team
I
if it
don't
wasn't
think
for a frozen penis?
he might be onto something,
Well,
honestly.
guys, I hate to break it to you, but it isn't the first time he's pulled this stunt.
It
because-
isn't.
What is he like? What is he doing? Whipping it out to take a leak mid ski?
Is
Okay.
he using it as an extra pole?
From
I
the
must
article,
be.
Lindholm spent just under an hour and 16 minutes traversing the course in howling, freezing winds, leading to his penis becoming frozen for the second time in a cross-country skiing race following a similar incident in Ruka, Finland last year.
Wow.
Um,
Wonder if it's genetic.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could be the Finnish peens are kind of.
Susceptible to freezing. They might exist at a lower temperature than ours.
maybe it's more full of liquid, and that's why it has a hard time. Well, the penis is unique, right? In the fact that it shrinks and grows. It's unlike any other body part in that way. I mean, so just, a couple of dudes. I just get real small. Right?
Yeah, right.
We
Exactly.
shrivel up and we get real small and it just hides away. What is
Some of us-
happening to his to where is it like, a little ice cube? Do you think it gets like hard? You can flick it like a little ice cube? Or what's
I
it?
don't know. Some of us start small, so we don't have these problems. So I can't really comment.
Okay, so Billy's a grower,
Hey, Billy's
not
a-
a shower.
Start small, stay small, man. What
Yeah,
you
I
talking
don't
about?
even growers. Yeah, it's giving me a little much.
Okay, so you're
I'm just curious though. Did this poor Remy guy? Does he have blue balls too, or?
Right. Like honestly, and I don't even know how you remedy this fix. Like if it's happened to him before, why would he not just preemptively have a heating pack there?
Maybe.
Extra padding or something.
Do you think that cuts down on his wind resistance and slows him
I
down?
mean, maybe. I know
No one
very
is
little
having
about.
a ice block in your pants, I would imagine.
Did he get frostbite? Like,
I don't know. He said it was painful. I imagine if I were doing this cross country skiing thing, and this happens to me the first time, I say, I'm done skiing. I'm done with this sport. No more for me. But I guess it's just his love of the game, or I don't know what.
Or his love of showing his penis to a bunch of other people, I guess. Sure, he
Maybe-
whipped it out.
It made headlines.
Maybe he likes it.
Do you think he likes the attention?
I think he likes the pain.
Oh, poor Remy.
It's a masochist.
Poor Remy. What else we got? Another.
That's about it, right?
I think that was it.
Solid transition. LeBron James says he wants to end his NBA career. In his last season, he wants to play with his son in the NBA. Not on the same team, just in the NBA. What do you think? That'd be pretty cool, right? I mean,
I'm
how old
pretty
is
sure
his
it's
son now?
with his on the same team.
Is that
Pretty
true?
sure he. Yeah, I think
he's
he's.
both right.
Yeah, I think he said he whatever. Like it's not about the money at that point. He wants to. He would play anywhere to be with his son.
Okay.
How old
Nope.
is the son?
High school.
How long are we talking? Is he good enough to go straight
I think
out
it
of high
was
school?
3 years.
So is he okay? Two things. Is LeBron good enough? This is the first question to play 3 more years. He's definitely
Yes.
good enough right now, right? I mean,
Well, I don't know.
he can make it 3 more years. I guess. You know,
I'm-
playing as whatever, even if he wasn't as good.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure people would
Yeah,
still.
just playing 3 years doesn't mean like starting
Yeah,
3 years.
and that doesn't mean exact. Well, I think he'd even be good enough to be a starter, but he's not going to be producing like at the level he's producing now. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
But he's definitely got at least 3 more years in him.
So then the key question is his son good enough to make it to the NBA?
Got no pressure.
Yeah. I mean, is that, is he like a D1 like blue chip prospect? Is he like a surefire? Because some people are, in high school they look at him as, especially seniors. I don't know if juniors as much. There are seniors where they're like, okay, he's going to go spend a year in college and then he's going to be the #1 draft pick. Is his son this good?
I couldn't tell you.
I would say from everything I've seen about him, no. But
That's kind of.
I also think that this is a genius business move by LeBron because basically he's saying to whatever team signs his son, you're also getting LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but a 40-year-old LeBron.
Yeah, but it's not even about the production at that point. Like there's a bunch of teams that they know they're gonna suck. Like you sign LeBron James Jr. and you get LeBron and him. You know how many tickets and merchandise and everything they're selling just because of that?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're making their money back easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if
So,
you're the Memphis
Just from the
Grizzlies
business
right now,
side of it.
or the Sacramento Kings, and you're thinking, okay, we get old LeBron, we get, not really NBA level young LeBron, but then we fill up the stadium, get some revenue, build some momentum or whatever. Yeah, I agree. I think it's smart business wise, and because I don't know how good his son is, but I think it would be really cool. Does anybody know? Has this ever happened before? Somebody playing with their son?
I'm
Any
sure.
NHL,
I don't know about-
NFL.
I don't
it,
know.
It has happened in hockey.
It's
Father,
happened.
a father played with both of his sons.
Well,
He
I'd
was-
say the
he
most
was a center, and then he
famous-
had both wings. It was pretty cool.
That is cool. With 2 sons is really cool.
Yeah.
I'd say the most famous one is baseball with Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr.
Yep.
Yeah.
in Seattle.
That's the truth. And that's a very, that's like very high level, like both MVPs
Oh, yeah.
of the league level sort of deal.
Trying to think of any others.
Yeah, I don't know. I think NFL would be hard because the age that you get too old to play in the NFL comes a lot quicker than NBA, unless you're a quarterback or it comes a lot quicker than NBA and NHL, MLB especially. MLB, I think,
Yeah.
because you get these high school kids anyways, like 17, 18-year-olds in the major leagues.
If you count it, there's. I mean, again, if you count it, Dale Earnhardt and
Oh,
Dale Earnhardt
that's who I
Jr.
was- yeah.
That's true. In the same races, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I just saw a documentary on them. Dale Earnhardt Sr. and the crash and all that. It was playing at I don't even know where we were, at the car wash or something. It was just on TV. And I was thinking about how I hadn't watched NASCAR and I never really watched it, but I played some games and I would tune in on SportsCenter or whatever, but I still recognize a lot of the people and the cars and the names. I saw Bobby Labonte and
Oh man.
Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, like a bunch of the big names, But for not ever really watching a full race myself, I feel like I still knew a lot of the drivers and personality and stuff. And NASCAR was cool. I'm sad I never got into it.
Yeah, my dad was big into NASCAR when we were growing up, so he would watch it pretty regularly. And yeah, like all those names you just mentioned were big ones back then.
Hmm.
And I know Braden and I had a video game where we would just drive around and just try to wreck each other.
Right. I think the first thing anybody does in a NASCAR game is turn around and go the wrong way on the track.
Yeah.
Like crazy. I think that's number one on everybody's NASCAR checklist.
Yeah. So my dad played with us, so I mean, I guess basically I can be added to this list too.
Okay.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Papa locking in and son locking
Yeah.
in.
Don't be jealous your dad never played NASCAR with you.
Oh, he did.
Oh, wow.
I'm just jealous I don't have a cool ass name like you guys.
It's Finnish, what can I say? You get a frozen penis with it too.
Nice. Are there any other perks? I guess
No.
I'm sold after that.
That's the only perk, and I don't know. Most people don't call it a perk.
Well,
It's not perky for
perky.
long, I don't think.
It's perky for longer than you want it to be, unfortunately.
It's a long-term perkiness.
I mean, if it lasts longer than 4 hours, do you still go to the doctor? Like, what's the deal there?
If you can put up with it for 4 hours.
I mean, I guess.
In other news, we have free agency upon us in the NFL. A wondrous time, full of hopes and dreams for many teams. Hoping to scour up the hottest names, who hope to turn your terrible franchise around, but inevitably, your team blows it and they still suck the next year.
It'll be okay, Colton.
Sorry, I was venting. Anybody got anybody they're excited about? I know there's a couple of key Patriots going into free agency. J.C. Jackson, who everybody wants a shot at. Like the top cornerback prospect coming out. Not to mention a former Patriot, and Stephon Gilmore.
Yep.
Is also a free agent this year.
The news that I heard last couple of days, was the report that Brady might come back and go play for the 49ers. I don't know how much credibility there is to that, but I don't see it happening.
Well, I mean, the 49ers are done with Jimmy G, right? He's out.
Yep.
But they got their other guy, don't they?
Who's their other
Yeah.
guy?
Their little rookie.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
Who filled in when Garoppolo was hurt?
if they
That
have
guy?
the
His name.
yeah, I can't
What is
think of his name.
I can't think of it either.
Oh, he's terrible.
Fields, something Fields.
No, that was the terrible quarterback for the Bears.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
We're terrible. What is his name? Lance. Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Trey Lance.
Lance Armstrong. We talked about him last week.
Right, with the wristbands. Got it.
Exactly.
Billy, some big news. Devontae Adams, most likely out of Green Bay, right?
Yeah.
Hinging on Aaron Rodgers, potentially, right?
Yep. That's pretty much it.
So what
Right now.
happens? Is the dynasty over for what
I-
it was?
So I don't know. I'm not sure if Rodgers is actually leaving, because I read an article sometime within the last week that said Rodgers is apparently on decent terms with the front office now. So I don't know. I literally have no clue if we're gonna have Rodgers or Devontae. But if we lose Rodgers, I'm pretty sure we lose Devontae.
So what is it with the Packers quarterbacks and not being able to decide whether or not they're going to retire?
It must be something with Lambeau, I guess.
Something.
So back to the discussion there. Do we call the Packers a dynasty?
No.
Yeah, I said that in like NFC North dynasty. It's a very small dynasty, but they ran the NFC North for I don't know the past 10 years.
I mean,
The
I
Aaron
guess
Rodgers dynasty. I'll give them
there-
some credit.
I would say it's not been any recent dynasty, if we're calling the Packers a dynasty at all. But I would say their early success in professional football would be considered by any
Yeah,
sports
yeah.
standard. But yeah, not recent. No, I wouldn't say.
I was trying to give you guys some.
But I appreciate it, Colton.
As
we
a
need to-
guy that watches the Bears get shafted by Aaron Rodgers twice a year for the past, I don't know, 10 years, it leaves an impression on you. So I'm more likely to look at the Packers a little bit favorably.
So it's a dynasty to you.
It's
Right,
it's an
yes.
NFC North dynasty.
Because we can't
We'll
beat
say
them.
that. That's fair. That's fair.
So yeah, any others? I got a list I can go through.
Hit us.
Von Miller. A big
He's
one.
gone. He's out of there.
Yep. He's
I think
getting
he was
older.
ring chasing.
His early 30s now, 31, I think. You know, obviously a huge name, but getting older. It reminds me of, obviously Bears guy, Julius Peppers, coming in, defensive end, pass rusher, getting up there. But he came to the Bears when he was, like I believe early 30s, and he was still an impact player for a few years. So obviously he did well this year.
He probably retires, right? Like he got his Super Bowl and now he's out.
Yeah,
He's
That's what I
33, right?
That's what I would think.
he could, but
Miller. He's 33.
he,
That's what I'm seeing.
he could still stand to make a lot of money.
I don't know. I could see him.
33 is old for a rusher.
It definitely
Yeah.
is.
I could see it go either way. I could see him signing like a year deal with some other contender.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And he could come to
I
the
didn't.
Bears.
I didn't realize he was that old though.
Like I said, J.C. Jackson from the Patriots, cornerback, is looked at as like the number one cornerback in free agency right now. You guys think you can hang on to him?
Probably not.
No,
I don't know.
see it. Although, I mean, we paid old Butler
Mhm.
back when he was a free agent there for a bit.
We paid
Didn't you pay
Gilmore.
Gilmore?
Gilmore,
Yeah.
yep. Like Belichick
I
likes
just-
to have that one shutdown.
I just don't think we have. I don't know what our cap is looking like, but I mean, we spend from everything I heard, we don't have much. Although the cap's supposed to go up this year, so
Yeah, I saw there was a breakdown of all the cap spaces, and just while we're on this subject, I think the Saints were $75 million over the cap.
over. Yeah,
So they are in a bad way, and they weren't even, what was their record this year even?
they didn't make the playoffs, did they?
No, they didn't.
No. I think they were like just below, like middle
Just out.
of the
They-
pack.
They have
They had
negative
some
money
injuries.
and a lot of negative money. Yeah, they were bad injury wise, but still, that's a tough break for them. It's gonna be tough. But if you're a team right now that needs a wide receiver, there are a ton in the market. And well, we can start with Devontae Adams potentially, and if not, we've still got Christian Kirk. There's Chris Godwin, who was a very good receiver. Mike Williams from Los Angeles. Allen Robinson's probably not going to come back to Chicago. Odell Beckham is technically a free agent, as well as Antonio Brown. Not that, those last two come with a couple of asterisks next to them as far as age and injury, and also Antonio Brown with, all his off-field stuff. But, I mean, there's, like, a lot of talent in the wide receiver pool right now.
do you think Antonio Brown plays in the NFL
No.
again?
No.
Does he? I mean,
I don't
there's always an off chance.
With all those receivers out there, no.
I mean,
AJ
that's-
Green's available.
Yeah, AJ Green is another one. I mean,
If
if
you want a
you're-
guy who can't catch a ball, who doesn't know the ball's even being thrown to him.
Josh Gordon. I mean, another great.
Mhm.
Yeah, Josh Gordon. He had how many suspensions and like still kept getting chances? to come
Probably
back?
more suspensions than receptions.
He had that 1 year where he was just absolutely insane.
Hey, Juju's up.
Oh,
He gets
He-
out of Pittsburgh,
he-
right?
he fell off a cliff there too.
I think he just didn't like where he was.
He was also injured for most of the year.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. Didn't Godwin get a significant injury?
Oh,
Yeah.
towards ACL.
Towards ACL.
Yeah. I thought he was on the injured reserve. So that's another big
That's what
question
cost
mark.
him the Super Bowl.
Yeah. That's
If he
their top
stays healthy,
receiver.
if he stays healthy that game, they win that.
It definitely is a big loss, yeah.
So, if you look at all the free agents this year, all the ones we talked about, there's a couple more. Is there anybody that you think your team really needs? Anybody your team really wants?
I'd say the Packers just need any of those wide receivers and to keep Devontae.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Packers don't have any like consistent contribution at wide receiver besides Devontae. So like
Mhm.
anyone to give Rodgers to throw the ball to.
Right. Or if they could even keep Devontae and then get somebody like, I don't know if they
Yeah.
could afford to pay.
I'm not sure about their cap space either, to be honest with you.
Something
I
like
think.
a Christian Kirk would be great for them.
Yeah, exactly. Like we just need because like we
I feel
signed
like you could
Cobb,
get him cheap. Yeah.
and Cobb actually did some decent work for us.
Mhm.
But he's getting old too. So yeah, a guy like
Hey,
Christian Kirk in the slot would be awesome.
Jake Kumro is a free agent.
Jeez, I bet
That's
teams are
Rodgers' best friend.
running to sign him to a long-term deal.
Just saying.
So Christian Kirk, I don't even know. Like maybe Chris Godwin or Mike Williams would be a
Mike
crazy duo, right?
Michael Gallup. He's
Michael
a free
Gallup.
agent.
He's actually pretty decent. I
Uh
think.
huh.
What about the Patriots?
DJ Chark.
Where is the one position the Patriots could get better and it would really improve them? Is it a wide receiver? Is it a weapon for Mac Jones?
I don't know. I feel like we just need our defense to be. I don't know. I think probably our defensive line,
Mm.
linebackers. We got a lot of linebackers leaving this year, and we're old at linebacker. I don't know if there are any good linebackers available.
Um, Chandler Jones is an outside linebacker. He's like an edge rusher. He's
I could
like a
see him coming
3-4.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Do the classic Patriot return, have a good couple of years.
Mm.
I don't know. What do you think, Ed? You think we need offense?
40, 47 points, not even making them punt once. Defense would be nice.
Yep.
Yeah. That's true. Get back to basics.
Yep.
Having some weapons for Justin Fields would be nice. I mean, Allen Robinson's probably going to leave, so that leaves us with Darnell Mooney as our number one wide receiver, which,
Jeez.
not that didn't make a big impact last year, but it's just not your ideal starting wide receiver,
Y'all get a new coach yet?
Yes, it's the guy with the name. Hold on. It is Eberflus. Matt Eberflus.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So, Bears have a coach. And they have technically starters at every position, but whether they'll win a game or not, I don't even know. It feels like we got so good 3 or 4 years ago. And it's been a steady downhill descent ever since then. But I think we're losing an offensive guard, and truth be told, we probably need to focus on the O-line. To shore up the O-line to keep Fields safe and healthy. And then you can figure stuff out for there. For every team, it pretty much starts from the line, offensively and defensively. So
Yeah. Work from the inside, build it out. Yep.
Dude, that's where it's tough for a new coach because you waste one of your year just trying to shore up the boring stuff,
yeah,
and
it
then
makes it,
then you get fired because you go 3-14 or whatever it would be.
it just makes it hard in an industry where there's a lot of pressure and a lot of pressure to do good quickly. And I think that, you know, drafting an O lineman second overall in the draft, it's not a sexy pick, and nobody gets super excited about signing the biggest offensive tackle in free agency, but it's where teams really need to be looking because it's where, it's the bread and butter. That's where really you win and lose is those offensive
Yeah.
and defensive lines.
Yeah, if the Bengals could have had a better offensive line, they probably would have won the Super Bowl.
I mean, sure, but
Maybe. That's a big.
Chase was huge for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's true. Chase was like, but he was crazy good for a rookie.
I meant like previous years they should have
Oh, gotcha.
drafted better. But yeah, you're 100% right with Chase.
That's where it's got to be super tough. Like you never know when you're missing a Chase.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or Justin
Look at the
Jefferson.
Patriots. We've never had a Chase. It feels like.
Mm-hmm. But they've always been pretty decent. I just feel like the O line is not, because you'll never, it's, because nobody really talks about like the offensive rookie of the year in the O line category.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think
Okay.
that's what differentiates like some of the more, I don't even want to just say casual fans, but almost like a little bit more on the casual side where, like you said, like no one gets excited about an offensive lineman being drafted really, except for like the serious fans.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I
And for,
was like younger and had just pretty much started getting into football for like a couple years, and I was like, why are we drafting like linemen? Like this is so boring. But then I'd see like, oh, they drafted the number 3 wide receiver. It's like way more exciting.
Mhm. I feel like
And
there's
you
a
can
lot of
see,
consistency with linemen. You go ahead.
yeah, yeah. I was just gonna say like you can see the production a lot easier too as a
Mhm.
fan with like a wide receiver. Like you can see how many receptions, yards, touchdowns, so on.
Yeah.
Whereas with a lineman, there's less things to measure.
Mhm.
And they don't really talk about him ever. Like you don't know somebody's sack rate that they've given up or something like that.
Mhm. And that's where sites like Pro Football Focus with their rating systems are really cool. And they have like all these metrics, these advanced stats, and some of the advanced stats are I couldn't care for, but a lot of them like run block efficiency and pass block efficiency, they're really cool and they can be really helpful to like people who don't understand really why having good O line and good D line is important. I think it can be like super helpful for like people who are might not understand why.
Right.
I guess it gives like a numerical value to it and you can see it and it's tangible instead of just like because there are no
Like
stats.
right, a feeling of, oh, I feel like this guy's done good this year, but
Mhm.
that just is like, oh, this guy has this number compared to these other numbers.
So when does like the broadcast start incorporating that kind of stuff? Kind of like a Madden game, like where you see their ratings, you see their numbers.
Right. I think it's happening slowly, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I know. Like NBC does the like they give the rating out of
Right.
like out of the top 100 out of position or whatever it is. I'm not 100% sure, but they say though this is the number 27.
Right. When
But
they
I
do
wonder when
lineups.
I wonder when they start adding in like a player card or whatever.
I
Oh, that would kind of be cool.
That would be cool. I think they need to like almost go kind of along the lines of what baseball does, because like baseball has a lot of super advanced metrics that they use to measure. So maybe they should do something like that.
Yeah. You guys want to talk about something else? You guys want to talk about? Now, I talked to Will about it. He said he's got one. I'm not sure about you guys, but I was thinking about doing our favorite NFL games of all time. If you guys want to think about that for a little
Sure,
bit.
heck yeah.
Will, do you?
Oh, I
have
got
one?
I got mine. It's probably the same as Will's.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Is
don't,
there,
yeah.
It's probably still the best football game that's ever been made.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can
it's
say it.
2K5.
No, we're talking about
I'm talking 2K5.
misunderstanding on the question.
Are we
We're talking about
Showdown?
no.
What are we
We're
talking,
talking
boys?
about-
What are we talking,
I-
boys?
I think-
Explanation. I'm sorry about that. Will, this is my fault.
What the heck we talking about, boys?
Will, do you want to?
Yes, it would be. I apologies because I don't know exactly what Super Bowl number it was, but it was whenever Super Bowl the Pats had against the Falcons.
Yeah, the comeback.
The comeback.
Oh, that kind of football game. Jeez, 2K5 all day, boys.
I knew that's where you
Showdown?
were going
We want
right
showdown?
away too.
Yeah. What
I mean, I can't really think of an like. I mean, there's been a lot of good games for the Pats, but I think as far as a favorite goes, it would have to be something meaningful. So that game was just incredible.
You see that Falcons game comes on and you think 28-3. And everybody still knows the score that it was when they started to come back 28-3. I mean that transcends like that year and even that Super Bowl and even like Super Bowls. It's just like an Atlanta thing now. It's 28-3. So
Yep.
it's a great game. Do you know who won MVP that game? Do you remember?
It was Julian Edelman, wasn't it?
No, it was Tom Brady. It should have been James White.
Oh no, it was James White, wasn't
James
it?
White got
No.
the final touchdown, right?
James White did not get the MVP. Tom Brady got the MVP.
What?
Yeah.
But
It should've been
Edelman
James
had the
White.
catch
He had
that
a-
game, right?
Okay.
James White had
Yeah.
11 receptions.
It should have been James White. Yeah. But they're not going to give it to James White over Tom Brady.
No.
Oh, they gave it to Aaron Rodgers over Tom Brady.
Seriously, though. Behind in every major stat category.
Except for interceptions.
Yeah, and also behind by like 1,000 passing attempts.
Mm-hmm.
So?
I think efficiency plays a big role in that decision.
I mean, let's Jonathan Taylor should have gotten it above
Right.
both of
Gosh,
those.
Jonathan Taylor had such a crazy year. As somebody who had him on my completely biased reason, had him on my fantasy team, and got him in like the third or fourth round. What an animal. I mean, every game it just felt like it got better and better. And I think he tied or broke the record for most consecutive games with a rushing touchdown. He beat LaDainian Tomlinson because he scored in 12 consecutive games or something crazy like that. He had a crazy good year.
Yeah, I would have been totally fine and if Jonathan Taylor had won it. I think that any other position besides quarterback doesn't get any respect in MVP awards.
Yeah. What do you think about Cooper Kupp winning it potentially? Would that be crazy? I mean, he had a really good year.
Oh, he got
If-
the triple crown.
If you talked about like postseason performances too, do you think he deserves it or no?
See, that's
Well-
where I'm confused on the award. Is it including postseason?
It's not
No.
a postseason.
It's not.
I don't think it should either.
I don't think it should either.
But no, even regardless though, like just regular season Cooper Kupp, I think his stats were definitely good enough to potentially win it.
Sure, but I mean, he didn't break the reception record, did he?
No,
No,
And did
he
Michael
not.
Michael Thomas has that record, right?
it's like
And did Michael-
160
With
or
one fewer game.
Yeah, one fewer game, and Michael Thomas didn't get MVP that year. So according
Well,
to
yeah.
that, Cup
Well, yeah,
didn't stand a
but-
chance.
Yeah, but if you that's the thing, like these positions besides quarterback don't get any respect in those rewards. So like you can't use a previous year as the as like saying, "Oh, well, Michael Thomas didn't get it in this year and he had more receptions and whatever, blah blah blah. He had just as good numbers and he didn't win it because
Mhm.
in that year they weren't even considering a wide receiver for the reward." So if you like use that metric of looking at past years, like it's never gonna change. You know what I mean?
I want a lineman to win it.
Unless a player just like absolutely destroys records and just has an insane year.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like breaking records probably helps add to it, right?
Yeah,
Like-
I think it definitely adds to like clout almost. Like it keeps it fresh in your mind and it adds like a little bit extra.
Yeah,
It just
I definitely
sounds
think
nice.
I definitely think it adds to it. I guess my point is I don't think it needs to be like you don't have to have a broken record
Mhm.
as a skill position player to even be considered.
So then, are you saying it shouldn't be about the stats? Like, what should it be about then?
No, I think it should be about the stats. I'm saying that you shouldn't use the fact that a player who had similar stats at a similar position in a previous year didn't win it, because again, they don't those positions in those past years, they didn't get as much respect as they probably do now. Not that they still get enough, but also, um, I just lost my train of thought there. I was going to
That's
say
all right.
something.
Is it
But
about the stats or not?
Going back, like,
Because Tom Brady wins in stats, but doesn't get MVP.
yeah, they're like,
the other thing I was gonna say, like you definitely need to consider the stats, but you also, I mean, it's gonna vary year by year based on the competition for the position for the award that year too. So like Michael Thomas's competition might have been like the quarterback who won it that year might have, I don't know who won it that year, but the quarterback who won it that year might have had an insane year in terms of the quarterback position. So I don't think you can just look at that like and compare him to a previous player year to just say, oh well, he didn't beat that player's year, so he shouldn't win the award.
like Jonathan Taylor didn't break any records this year, right? But he was far and away statistically the best running back.
Okay, so the year that Michael Thomas set the record, Lamar Jackson won MVP.
Is that true?
Yep.
So like 2 years ago.
Yep.
I didn't. I honestly
So that makes
thought it would
no
be in
sense.
like 2013 or 2014.
Yeah.
Well, I also think like MVP, like you definitely have to consider like the team's success and everything too in it. Not This shouldn't be the main thing, but it definitely plays a role. Which I think that's probably why Rodgers won it over Brady, because Rodgers led the Packers to the 1 seed with a week to spare, and basically only played like a third of that last game because of it. So I think that matters, the team's success.
What
And
were the Buccaneers? A 2?
well, yeah, they were the 2, but I mean they were the 2 compared
It's
to
most valuable
to-
player, not most
compared to
valuable
Rodgers.
team.
Well, yes, but like
You
I
took
just
out
said,
Rodgers
like,
and y'all still got the 1.
no way.
You did. You took out Rodgers for 1 week, and you still got the 1
But
seed.
Billy's point
no,
is that's
we had
because
we had it
Rodgers did
we had
enough
it
to get him to
locked.
that.
We locked it up. It was impossible for us to lose the last week.
Yeah, if you say the Packers without Rodgers, I think are worse than the Buccaneers without Brady.
The Buccaneers are a far more stacked team on both sides of the ball than the Packers were.
Not
Well,
And that's
special
that,
teams.
I'd say that's even without Godwin in the playoffs. Special
They were
teams.
they were throwing to Cameron Brate as a receiver because they didn't have any other receivers left.
Oh, okay. I can play that game too. We were throwing to our third seed tight end, our third string tight end.
He's still a tight end playing the tight end position.
Cameron Brate.
Well, I mean, not
I'm
really.
confused.
We normally would
Hey
use him
Colton,
just
what's
as a
your
blocker.
favorite football game of all time?
My favorite to break up this argument. My favorite football game of all time.
Gotta be 2K5, right?
2K5, man, all day.
But if we're gonna answer my question that I originally asked in my own head and didn't say out loud, I would say, and I actually didn't watch this live, but I've gone back and watched it.
Shouldn't count.
I'm definitely
It's
counting
cheating.
it. It's the Bears Super Bowl against the Colts. Even though they lost, Devin Hester running back an opening kickoff for a touchdown
Devin.
is crazy.
How did you miss that? How old were you?
I was like 10, I guess. It was before I really made up my mind that I watched football at all, really. I don't know. I just didn't watch that Super Bowl. So I've got two close runner-ups. It would be the Steelers and Cardinals Super Bowl, like Super Bowl 43 or whatever. I think it was the next year or the year after. With that toe touch catch in the back right corner of the end zone from Roethlisberger.
Oh yeah.
That was an amazing catch. Like, probably one of the best catches I've seen in my life. Just like as far as like degree of difficulty, as well as it was the game-winning Super Bowl touchdown. And then the Bears Patriots game that we went and saw. Good.
That was a good time, and it helped a lot that it was a really good game.
It was a crazy good game. Regular season game in like 2020? Is that right?
No, it was
2019?
older than that. 2019 maybe? 2019,
2019.
2018? Something like that.
Bears Patriots in Chicago.
Soldier Field, top freaking seats of the whole arena,
If anybody
freezing
had-
our butts off
if
at the
anybody
moment that
deserved
sun
a
went
broken
down.
penis,
Yeah,
it was
this was.
Mine definitely shriveled. It was gone. I went to go pee afterward, and I had to spend at least 5 minutes looking for it.
the wind off that lake whipping up there, dude. It was like it was bad.
It was. Yeah, it started out fine because the sun was up, and then once it's gotten below the opposite side, or I guess it went down behind us because the people across from us still had sun, but we did not.
and you
that
could
was-
feel it. It
That was bad.
I didn't realize I underestimated Chicago winter very badly, and it wasn't even
Yeah.
winter. It was like September.
Yep.
But it was bad. It was a great game. There was a bunch of like turnovers.
We had a
Bears did
return.
well.
We had a return touchdown, and I think you all had a return touchdown,
Yes,
the
and
interception
then
or something. And
the-
Mitch Trubisky decides that you know what, I'm just going to turn into Lamar Jackson for a bit here, and ran all over us.
Did channel
through-
that for a little bit.
Yep, that was intense. That was a good game.
And then the Patriots fumbled the kickoff, I think.
Yes, that's what it was.
Or must
We
have
returned to
punched.
kickoff for a touchdown, and then we fumbled the kickoff.
And it came down to a Hail Mary from the Bears from like the 50-yard line.
And
And
you
I
got
think
it,
we
caught it down to the one.
And
Yep,
yeah, just ended up short.
Jeez.
So
that was a good time.
there's a personal one just because it was, obviously my only live NFL. Okay, not my only one. I've watched the Bengals play a couple times, but
That was my first one.
Graham, for your first one.
Yep.
Very awesome game.
Indeed. And then me, Brianna Christum went up and watched the Patriots play the Bengals.
Good one.
In Cincinnati. That was a good one. Go Tom! Come on, Tom! Gosh, we had a freaking parrot sitting next to us. Go Tom! The whole game. It didn't even matter what was happening. The defense was out there. Go Tom! It's like, man,
Oh my
Tom's on the
gosh.
bench.
She might not understand the game, but she's got the heart.
Yeah, she had the heart.
You remember the clapper dude next to
Oh,
us?
yeah, what a dweeb. Oh my gosh. He would clap excessively at anything that happened, so Will and I took it upon ourselves. He was a Bengals fan. Like he bled orange and black. Anything that happened, he would just get into it. You know, he would hunch over, get those arms going. Intense, nonstop clapping, solid 5 to 10 second stretches. Will and I, we look at each other. We're like, you know what? This guy's gotta go. This guy's gotta go. So anytime he would clap, or no, anytime the Patriots would do something, we're just sitting there clapping so hard. I mean, it was cold outside. My hands were red, raw, but it was enjoyable. We showed that man who was boss.
And
What a dweeb.
I'm sure the Bengals are really good, so they probably won that game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nope. Okay. Never mind.
The first time I went to a football NFL game, the Bengals beat the Patriots.
When is that?
That was the monsoon.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Brady was going. He was one game away from setting the record for most consecutive games with a touchdown pass. Didn't throw a touchdown pass in the one game I go to. Didn't win the game in the one game I go to, and it was friggin' raining.
Eerily similar to some Billy luck. Billy, care to share your live NFL experiences?
Yeah, my first game I ever went to was with my dad and I flew to Kansas City. Back it was the year after the Packers had won this Super Bowl.
So 2011.
Yeah, something like that. I think so. And we were 13-0 at that point in the season on a road trip in Kansas City, and the Chiefs were 0-13.
Can't
So we were like,
possibly lose that one.
This should
No
be a
way.
pretty easy game for us. This should be an enjoyable experience, and it turns out it was still an enjoyable experience. However, it was the only regular season loss for the Packers that year. We finished 15-1, and my dad and I went to the one game we lost. So that was. We even got heckled by the by the guy at our gate in Atlanta. because we were still wearing our Packers jerseys, flying back home, and he's like, "Oh, you guys had a rough day, didn't you?"
What a guy.
Yeah.
Is that your only? Is that your only
No,
NFL game?
no, I've been to this year. Bethany and I went to Cincinnati. The Packers were there, and
That's right.
that was the game with the most missed field goals or kicks in general, because Crosby missed an extra point too, that I've ever seen. We ended up winning, so I guess I broke my my bad luck.
That was overtime, wasn't it?
It was overtime, and yeah,
There were
it was,
4 missed field goals
I think
in overtime
Holy.
or something.
there were. Was it only 4? I think it might have been 5. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
It was bad.
Yeah, but
It's
yeah, then
crazy.
Crosby missed an extra point, which ended up being the difference in us going to overtime in the first place. But yeah,
Jeez.
it was a horrible kicking game, but it was an awesome game. Like swings back and forth, lead changes and ties. It was awesome.
Colton, have you only been to the one?
No, I've been to a couple of Cincinnati.
Oh, you
games.
said you went to Cincinnati games. Yeah.
Yep, and they were against Who Cares, and after the game, when the Bengals lost, I just remember the entire crowd chanting, "Fire Marvin Lewis! Fire Marvin Lewis!" So that's
Well, that kinda
how my NFL
Classic.
game was.
Classic
That kind of makes it
Cincinnati
worth
passion.
it to go,
Yep.
though. Honestly,
It was awesome. I was smiling like a kid, you know.
That's
Walking
so-
around with all these guys so mad, you know. And, you know, they did, and look where they are now. So
Yeah. Better off for it.
apparently the fans knew what they were talking about. All right. I got something for you guys. Are
Hit
you
us.
ready to play NFL Player 20 Questions? Are you sick of it yet? Do you think
Senor Shockley is ready to roll. Let's go.
Of course, last week, world-renowned tight end Jeremy Shockley, also
Yep.
better known as Jeremy Shockey, was our victim. And this week we have a new victim lined up. We'll see if you guys can figure out who it is in 20 questions or less. Without any further ado, I guess go ahead.
Offense.
Offense, yes.
let's see. Did this player last play within the last 10 years?
Let me see. Let me pull up some stats.
Come on.
Sorry, I'm a little bit.
Jeez.
Jeez.
It's,
Should have known that one was coming.
Yep.
this
It's not
one-
like we don't ask it second every time.
Hold on.
That means
Website's-
this guy must be right on the cusp.
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
know.
a cusper.
Yep. One of them dirty cuspers.
I feel like that's a
We-
bad word. I don't feel comfortable saying
hold on.
that, honestly.
Did he last play in the last 10 years? Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Was
That's a
he?
good idea.
Yeah, I got it. And then I'm out for the rest of the game. Was he known for playing in the AFC?
Was he known for playing in the AFC? Yes.
Is he a running back?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Guys.
That helps a lot. We didn't
Jeez.
miss any there, boys.
AFC running back. 10 years.
Boys, I know who it is.
Go for
it. Hang on.
Do you
Did
know who
he?
it is?
Well, first of all, it's my turn, I think.
I'm
Right?
not
Yeah.
sure that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do.
Okay. I hope you get it. We'll see. Let's see. Was he known for playing in the AFC West?
Let me think about that for a second. Yes. I know the
Okay,
least
so
about the
that's-
AFC West.
That's Chiefs, Broncos.
Boys. I know who it is.
Does he know who it is?
Do you want me to help narrow down the team good, or you
I
got?
mean, it don't even matter, bro.
He
Oh,
thinks he's
he-
got it.
I hope
I know
you're
who
still
it
wrong.
is. No, I know who it is.
All right. Well, you know what?
If
Will,
Take
you
it,
gotta
Will.
get
You know who it is.
I want to go for it. I want to go
Yeah,
with Danny
you know who
Woodhead.
it is. No. My
Oh,
gosh.
Will, why?
That's a negative on Danny Woodhead.
Would
Alright,
it be
fine.
one LaDainian Tomlinson?
No, he
That's
didn't
a
play in the last
no
10
for
years.
Danny
You-
Tomlinson.
Yes, he did.
10
No, he
years?
didn't.
Look it up. Look
Okay.
at his retire date. I think it is 10 years almost.
Well, either way, it's wrong.
Well, there you go. That's AFC West running back 10 years.
Oh, no.
Billy, it's just you now, I guess.
Oh, come on, no.
Good luck,
No.
Billy.
No, I'm not doing this by
Billy,
myself.
If you kill yourself on a question, all you guys are revived.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I just have to make a wild guess. Let's see, AFC
Hey,
West.
Danny Woodhead didn't.
10
Danny
years.
Woodhead played with him last. Oh, yes, I guess that's the thing.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. Son of a gun. So did
It's
LaDainian
way
East?
too early to
Okay.
guess for us. You-
So am I just guessing then? Right?
Just go for it so we can get back in.
Okay, here it is. Is it a Mr.
It's -2 yards fumble concussion. That's who it is.
What's his name? Charles.
Jamal Charles.
Jamal Charles.
It is
Rest in
not
peace,
Jamal Charles.
mascot.
Alright,
And
we're all-
you're all revived.
All right, cool. How many questions?
I got another
6?
guess, boys. I got another guess. I'm ready.
No.
That is
Shut up.
This will be question number 9.
Oh, wow.
It's
You're
-2, concussion, fumble.
Maybe. It could
Oh,
be.
let's go with team. All right, this might help.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
go.
It's my guess. Thank you.
No, it's mine. Billy
Oh, I
just
just
guessed.
went.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did all.
Gosh,
three.
trigger happy.
Let me go.
What, so it's the Chiefs, Raiders.
Yeah.
What's the other team?
Chargers
Chargers,
and Broncos.
Broncos.
Yep.
Okay, is the team on the West Coast?
Hold on. I was not ready
Oh.
for a geography question.
I
Well,
thought you were just gonna ask a team.
This gets 2.
Is the team on the West Coast?
That would be San Diego or
Oakland.
San Diego.
Oakland.
Who plays in San Diego?
well, I would imagine they did if it was 10 years. So he's still current.
Yeah, it would have been the Chargers.
So is it
Either way, it's West Coast team.
is the team on the West Coast currently? Or 10 years ago?
What?
Oh my gosh.
When the
What's
guy
the
played
question?
for them,
Were they on the West Coast?
it doesn't make a difference. It's either the Raiders or the Chargers. The Raiders or the Chargers are the West Coast, and then the
Right.
okay.
Yes.
Telling you, boys, I know who it is.
So it's Raiders or Chargers?
Yes.
It's all -2 yards.
What's his name?
concussion.
I don't know who you're
It's
talking
Mike
about.
Goldberg is who that guy is.
Who?
Not a chance it's him. Not a
It could be,
chance.
It could be. He's an
Go.
old.
I mean, yes, I guess it could be. If that's
Go
the
for
player
it, good.
Gold makes.
No. I already got killed once. I've learned my lesson.
Boys, I know what it
I know
is.
who it is.
We've only asked one question. I know it.
I was a little bit trigger happy after the old Shockley. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see. So what more do we even want to know?
Well, you're up to 9 questions. You have. This is
No, we're
number
not up
10.
to. This is 12, isn't it?
This
Huh.
is 9.
Yeah, he said yours. I
Oh,
thought
okay.
Will's was
Oh,
nine.
okay. It just took him so
Yeah.
long to answer. I thought we had gone all the way through again. I don't really know what else we need to know. I guess you can narrow it down between the Chargers
Yeah.
and the Raiders.
Yeah.
Good.
Did he
could
play
always be
for
a
the Chargers?
No.
Son of a
Ooh,
gun. Then I know who it is. I know who it is.
Oh my gosh.
I'm actually serious. I know who it is.
I'm trying to think of Raiders running backs now.
Could be that one guy that.
Yes, that's who
fizzled
it
out.
is.
Trent
Darren
Richardson.
McFadden.
Oh,
That's what I'm
Darren
thinking.
McFadden.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I just
he's
don't know when he
probably-
retired.
That's it. That's
I
fine.
have- I have no clue either.
It's gotta
it.
be.
That's
It's gotta
him.
be the McFadden.
Gotta be.
I almost said something else. Boys.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think
Do
of
it.
any other.
Steal my thunder. That's who it
Raiders.
is, brother. That's who it is.
I can't think of another Raiders running back.
Was
Trent,
Trent
I think.
Sawyer?
That's the closest to
Cunningham.
the cusp. Yeah, he played.
You think?
He was drafted in like what 2008 or something. He played at least 4 years.
Uh huh.
Well, if that'd be
Be right on the cusp. That's why he had to look it up. Remember, he's a cusper, dirty
He's
cusper.
Cusper, dirty Cusper. But didn't he go and play for the Cowboys?
Yeah,
he played
but
for the
I
Cowboys,
didn't
right?
ask if he was last
Yeah,
last
I
played.
know.
I asked if he
I
was
know.
known for,
Oh,
and I would
it's
definitely say
it's the McFadden. It's the dirty Cusper.
I mean, I
McFadden.
can't think of anyone else.
Hit it, take it.
go for it.
Oh, okay, I will. Is it Mr. Darren McFadden?
It is.
Nice.
Good job, guys. You took 11 questions to get there. Probably could have done it in about 6. If you would stop guessing random people.
Hey, they
It's
weren't
Mike
random, man.
Goldberg.
It's
I
Mike
know it.
Goldberg.
Mike
Tolbert.
Tolbert.
Is it Tolbert?
Caught-
Goldberg? I don't even know.
Tolbert.
Caught me out
I
of
just
nowhere.
remember he was
I
a
haven't
big
heard that
boy,
name in 15 years.
He
and
was
he's
a big
played
boy.
within
Then
the
he went
last
to-
5, probably.
Then he went down to Carolina and
Yep.
shredded some tail with old Dread Boy Williams. What's his
He
name?
wasn't bad.
D'Angelo Williams.
D'Angelo Williams.
He was good.
Tolbert probably liked the the
Tail
pulled
shredding.
pork there, and
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was enjoying himself.
Darren McFadden was like coming out of college. Everybody thought was going to be incredible. He had a couple
Yeah.
good seasons, but he just was never, what he was promised to be.
Yeah,
Yep.
we got some old Darren McFadden rookie cards that were like, oh man, this is gonna be amazing.
I mean,
Gosh.
nobody expected him to be as out as quickly as he was in, and he did have a few years with the Cowboys. I think he ran for 1,000 yards with the Cowboys one season, but yeah,
Jeez.
I think
mean,
you're right. Yeah.
After that, I think he retired in 2015, and I didn't even think he played until then. I forgot he played for the Cowboys when I first picked him.
How do you pick these guys?
So far, the process has been go into Madden 09 and look up players.
You need to go back further so we can break out that old showdown knowledge.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'll probably do something like that next time. Maybe I'll go
I'm
back
telling
even
you.
further.
Either way, you're 3 for 3 on great people. Like they're just obscure enough, but then well known. Yeah, great.
Y'all have
Great
done
picks.
good
If
jobs
you
in guessing.
if you
kind of.
pick Robert Procher, I'd be a happy man.
Procher was coming up.
I might pick Robert Procher. I don't think I can do him next week now. Maybe, I don't know.
My
2
first
weeks.
guess every time is going to be Procher.
Okay. I'll just never do that. Or I'll do him next week to get him out of the way. How's that sound?
Nice.
All
Good
right.
times. Always enjoy the 20 questions.
20 questions. It's good. It's a good time. But
It's a lot of fun.
that wraps it up. It's currently almost 1:20 in the morning, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'll get to editing it, and then we'll get it out. We'll do it again next week.
Nice. Sounds good.
Sound good? All right. And it's over. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to my podcast. It means a lot to me that you would take time out of your day to go ahead and listen to this with us, spend your time with us. And I want to thank you guys on behalf of myself, Will, Getty, Matthew, Isaac, and Billy. Everybody that's taken time out of their day to come spend time with you guys. Thanks to Ryan, Grant, and Matthew for all submitting questions. They've been great. Help us fill some time and talk about some fun stuff. And I just want to let you guys know, anybody who's listened this far, I really appreciate it. But if you bring this up to me at work, I will hand you a $5 bill. I will give you $5. If you listen this far and made it to the end, I will give you $5. Just remember that. All right. Thanks for listening.